Some dobsters, dodecahedrons, a hanging dobsters. So I'm just going over some week eight predictions. Sounds good. Anyway, last week I was 26 for 43 on my over and unders, well over 50%. So we're cooking a little bit now. That resulted in a 5-leg flex and then a 7-leg flex that I ended up winning on. My top 5 was 3 for 5. My spider was 4 for 8, and my crazy one was 1 for 7. For DraftKings for DK, I had no lineups that actually won. That's the first time in I think since like week 2 or so. Every other week I've at least had one winning lineup. Anyway, my best one was Patrick Mahomes, Josh Jacobs, Keandre Miller, Roma Dunze, Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, Travis Kelce, Rashid Shaheed, and Miami's defense. And that totaled out to 100.24, which is just awful. Can't believe that was my best lineup. Terrible week for DK. The winner had Justin Herbert, Javonte Williams, Jonathan Taylor, Keenan Allen, Rashee Rice, Jordan Addison, Arondé Gatson II, Jake Ferguson, and Cleveland D with a total of 248.10 points, which is a little bit more than the average winner of 220, 230. So 248.10. Shout out to that person. This was a tough week, and I kind of knew that going in. I might have said it the last podcast, but I knew it was going to be kind of hard last week, just because everybody played, fairly easy opponents. So I feel like either people were going to get average stats, and then you'd have those couple of players who would get over 40, 50 points or whatever. So this person in particular picked a lot of those players who had huge games. Anyway, so for this week, San Francisco, Houston. On the San Francisco side, I got George Kittle going for 54 plus receiving yards, Christian McCaffrey going for 67 plus rushing yards, Jawan Jennings going for 41 plus receiving yards, and Kendrick Bourne going for, looks like 36 receiving yards. On the other side of Houston, I got Woody Marks going for 16 plus receiving yards, Jaden Higgins going for 35 plus receiving yards, and Jalen Noel going for 33 plus receiving yards. Houston is banged up at receiver, so that's why they have their two receivers. Pretty sure they're both rookies. Maybe one of them was a 1 year. But anyway, Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel. I'm pretty sure they could both get to 35, 33. CJ Stroud's not having that, good of a year, but San Francisco's kind of beat up as well, especially on defense. Jets, Cincinnati. Not sure who Jets receivers are, and I wouldn't really trust them anyway since the quarterbacks kind of are not good in near Jets right now. So I only got Breece Hall going over 64 plus rushing yards. On the other side for Cincinnati, I got T. Higgins going for 52 plus receiving yards, and Andre Iosabas going for 18 plus receiving yards. Cleveland, New England, I got Quinton Judkins going for 67 plus rushing yards against that tough New England rush defense, and Isaiah Bond going for 24 plus receiving yards. On the New England side, I got Stephon Diggs going for 56 plus receiving yards, and Kayshon Boutte going for 31 plus receiving yards. Keep in mind, Cleveland has a really good defense, but I think Drake May can get the Diggs and Boutte the ball. Maybe some Hunter Henry, but I think he was at like 38. I wasn't really comfortable taking that. Giants and Philly, I got Cam Scatterboo going for 55 plus rushing yards. I just feel like it's gonna be like a high scoring game. Rivalry game. Those typically turn out to be high scoring. I think Scatterboo is tough enough to just keep chugging and getting those yards. So I think he can get the 50. Might be 57. Either way, 55, 57. He can get that. On the other side, Devontae Smith, I have him 100% going over 77 plus receiving yards. I'd be really surprised if he didn't get this, even if the Giants double coverage him. It's just because the diva is out, AJ Brown. So I think Justin or Jalen Hurts will want something to prove and pass it to Devontae Smith a little bit more just to get under AJ Brown's skin. I feel like that's how the relationship works, and I think it's about to blow up. AJ Brown's going to get traded or something soon here. Just my opinion. Anyway, Chicago and Baltimore, I got Caleb Williams going over 15 plus rushing yards, Rome Odunze going over 58 plus receiving yards, and Luther Burden going over 19 plus receiving yards. On the Baltimore side, I got Derrick Henry going for 93 plus rushing yards, Mark Andrews going for 34 plus receiving yards, Derrick Henry going for 4 plus receiving yards, and Rashad Bateman going for 25 plus receiving yards. A lot of these are low, regardless if Lamar plays or not. We don't really get penetration on the on either pass rushing or rush defense, so that's kind of that's going to hurt us against a team like Baltimore, regardless if they have Lamar or not. Miami, Atlanta, I got Jalen Waddle going 62 plus receiving yards and Devon Achane going for 64 plus rushing yards. Atlanta, I got Bijan Robinson going for 96 plus rushing yards. Drake London going for 63 plus receiving yards. Darnell Mooney going for 35 plus receiving yards. Tyler Allgeier going for under 44 rush yards. Even if he gets the garbage time, I still don't think he gets 44 rushing yards. And Bijan Robinson going for 30 plus receiving yards. Buffalo, Carolina, I got Dalton Kincaid going for 47. No, looks like 40 plus receiving yards. James Cook going for 14 plus receiving yards. James Cook going for 76 plus rushing yards. James Cook with 2 touchdowns, and Josh Allen for 32 plus rushing yards. On Carolina side, I got Ted McMillan going for 53 plus rushing yards, Chuba Hubbard going for 15 plus receiving yards, and Rico Dowdy going for 50 plus rushing yards. On the Tampa Bay New Orleans game, I got Sterling Shepard going for 31 plus receiving yards, Rashad White going for 67 plus rushing yards, Baker Mayfield going for 16 plus rushing yards, and Sean Tucker going for 16 plus rushing yards. I feel like it's time for them to unleash their running game. It hasn't been too prominent since Bucky Irving got hurt, because I feel like they pass way too much. Against New Orleans, I feel like they're going to slow down a little bit and start using the rush, especially since they saw the Bears with Kyle Monangai and DeAndre Swift rushing all over New Orleans defense last week. New Orleans side, I got Rashid Shaheed going for 49 plus receiving yards and Brandon Cooks going for 13 plus receiving yards. Oh, I got breaking news on Lamar. Let me see real quick. Lamar's not playing, so regardless, I still think that Derrick Henry will still get his rushing yards, even if we stack the box. That's kind of how bad we are at getting penetration, because that's the key to stopping Derrick Henry, is getting penetration in the front as soon as you can. Anyway, Dallas and Denver, George Pickens got 58 plus receiving yards. Jake Ferguson got for 41 plus receiving yards. On Denver side, I got J.K. Dobbins going for 68 plus or 69 plus rushing yards. Cortland Sutton going for 59 plus receiving yards, and Marvin Mims going for 24 plus receiving yards. Tennessee and Indianapolis, I got Tamir Adike going for 20 plus receiving yards, Tyjae Spears going for 14 plus receiving yards, and Tony Pollard going for 41 plus rushing yards. Indianapolis side, I got Tyler Warren going for 57 plus receiving yards, Daniel Jones going for 12 plus rushing yards, and Michael Pittman going for 49 plus receiving yards. My top 5 this week is Jalen Noel, 33 plus receiving yards, Kendrick Bourne, 36 plus receiving yards, Ted McMillan, 53 plus receiving yards, Cortland Sutton, 59 plus receiving yards, and James Cook, 76 plus rushing yards, for a total points of 1,689. For my spider, I got Kendrick Bourne going for 36 plus receiving yards, Jaden Higgins going for 35 plus receiving yards, Andre Agasovis going for 18 plus receiving yards, Keishawn Butte going for 31 plus receiving yards, Devontae Smith going for 77 plus receiving yards, Luther Burden going for 19 plus receiving yards, James Cook going for 76 plus rushing yards, Ted McMillan going for 53 plus receiving yards, for total points of 12,156. And my crazy lineup, I have Jalen Noel going for 50 plus receiving yards, Keishawn Butte going for 40 plus receiving yards, Luther Burden going for 25 plus receiving yards, James Cook going for 80 plus rushing yards, Cortland Sutton going for 65 plus receiving yards, Breece Hall going for 80 plus rushing yards, and Rashid Shaheed going for 65 plus receiving yards, for total points of 46,734. And then finally, for my DraftKings, the 2 lineups that I have are 1 CJ Stroud, Jonathan Taylor, Bijan Robinson, Cortland Sutton, Devontae Smith, Jalen Noel, Taysom Hill, Derrick Henry, and New York Giants defense. And then on the other DraftKings lineup that I'll give you. I got Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, Devontae Smith, Chris Olave, Marvin Mims, Dallas Goedert, Drake London, and Bills defense. Thank you all for listening. You can catch us on Tuesday. Me and my best friend will go over all the stuff that happened over the weekend, and hopefully we'll have more breaking news like Lamar Jackson is not playing this week. Peace out, y'all. Bear down.